This is the first chance I have to speak in public since the announcement about 45 minutes ago that my dear friend Jason Greenblatt is leaving the White House. So let me just start with just a couple of words on that. If you knew Jason's family, his beautiful 6 children, all still single. They're young. The oldest is first or second year in college. If you knew his wife, his beautiful, lovely wife, and you knew how much he sacrificed every week to come to Washington and live in a small apartment and work there the entire week while his family stayed back in New Jersey, you'd understand what kind of a sacrifice he's made over the last 2.5 years. Sometimes that gets lost on people. People in the media feel free to criticize what we do, and it's their right and privilege, and we accept all criticism. Every now and then it would be nice for someone to say, thank you for your service. And so let me say to Jason, thank you for your service. You've done an incredible service. Jason is he's still going to be around. First of all, he'll be around until we affect a transition, until we get a plan out. I think so. He'll be around for a little while. He's not leaving us just yet. But I've had the privilege to be his friend for many years. I trust him implicitly. I value his friendship. He's an incredible colleague. He has enormous love for our country, for the United States. He's incredibly devoted to the State of Israel and to the relationship between the United States and the State of Israel. He's got enormous goodwill. I think he's respected wherever he goes. He's a truth teller. I don't think he's ever failed to tell the truth once in his life, certainly not in my presence. And people like that, good people like that, there just aren't enough of them around. And so I will miss him terribly, but the work that he's done has left an indelible contribution on our efforts, and we will build upon that. We will hopefully continue to raise the bar to bring the United States and Israel to a better and better and stronger, more prosperous place. So again, my dear thanks, my greatest thanks to Jason. The United States is a very big country. Guatemala, not quite as big, Sometimes size isn't always the most important factor, but we're big. You guys are a little bit smaller, but nonetheless, we're great friends, and we've been friends a long time, and we have a lot in common. A lot of things that I don't really work on that as part of my job, but the bilateral relationship is it's strong, it's healthy, it's vibrant, it's mutually beneficial, and everybody, I think, wants to make it stronger and stronger. But what we have in common with Guatemala, from my perspective, something which is truly special, just well beyond the normal things that connect countries on a bilateral basis, is our connection to the State of Israel. And in Chavtet b'November Tafshin Zion, right? In November 29th, 1947, when the UN voted to recognize the State of Israel, well, we were the first to vote in favor, but Guatemala wasn't far behind. And since 1947, among all the things that we've had in common, I think the most endearing and most important, the most valuable, and certainly the most godly thing that we have had in common with each other is our mutual support for the State of Israel. Of course, culminating back in May of 2018, when, just on the heels of the United States moving its embassy to Jerusalem, our friend Guatemala made that same commitment. And we'll always be the first, but you'll always be the second. And number 2 is not bad, not bad at all. No matter how many more countries move their embassies to Jerusalem, I believe that within the next few years there will be a substantial number of countries moving their embassies to Jerusalem. But we'll look back on those days in May of 2018 and try to figure out how this all started, and we'll think about the United States, we'll think about Guatemala and what they did together, and so that will never change. And my dear friend Mario Baccaro, Ambassador, your wife, your lovely daughter, your son, where'd your son go?
In the back.
Oh, he's in the back. You couldn't find a seat for him in the front? Yeah. Okay, whatever. Your beautiful family. It's just been a joy to not just to have you as a fellow diplomat, but to have you as a dear friend. And I want to wish you, and on behalf of you, and please convey to President Morales, to the President-elect, to all the people of Guatemala, our sincerest congratulations on the 198th birthday of the great nation of Guatemala, and I hope we are together in an even bigger setting. If you want to throw a big party, Mike knows how to do it, and I know how to do it. So when it's time for the 200th birthday, we'll get together and make a really big bash. But until then, congratulations, and my best wishes to everyone in your country. Thank you.